She's second. A great bull rush by Chris Jones.
When it gets tough, you know, he's going to be there battle. Players appreciate it.
The Chiefs put the hammer down with a 34-yard touchdown pass. The 10, still knocked out. Oh, what a run out of this world. Falls up to 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
So, for the injury part of it, L'Jarius Sneed tweaked his ankle a little bit. Trey Smith hurt his pec a bit. You know, I think we're okay here with that part. Listen, my heart goes out to the people in Florida for what they had to put up with here with the hurricane. So, and that also is part of Tampa's situation. I mean, there was a big threat there, and the Bucs had to travel a long way for Todd to get his guys ready to go. You know, when they're driving back and forth is really something. So he's done a heck of a job with this group here. I think the Bucs are very lucky to have him. Special teams, I thought stepped up today. Started with Lamons and the fumble that took place. Matt Wright stepping in, which is a real tribute to Brett Veach and his group. I was proud of the offensive line for the job that they did. They had a certain mindset about them, and they came out and presented that for 4 quarters. Patrick, Kelsey, Marquez, who am I missing? Juju, and then those 2 runners, man. Really 3 runners. They bared down and really did a nice job, which is big. You play this group, and time of possession ends up being a major league thing. You don't want Tom to have that ball too long and for too many snaps. However, our defense, Spags had a nice plan for them. They're very talented. They were able to get their receivers back, and I'm sure that's just they're gonna keep getting better as it goes on. So when they have more time to work with one another. But listen, all in all, when you can get 3 phases working in the right direction, it's normally a good thing for you, and tonight was a good thing. So with that, time's yours.
Coach, obviously, playoffs, you take the game well, but defensively, you were able to hold it to 3 yards of rest.
Yeah, our guys did. Yeah, it starts up when you play a good football team. It always starts up front, and so you give tribute to the guys up front. You give tribute to the linebackers and safeties tackling, along with the corners. They're involved with that too. So I thought we tackled well for the most part, and you know, we executed the game plan, which was good. Spags and the coaches put a lot of time into that. The players believed in it, and they executed it. And against Tom, you know, and that crew that they have, you've got to be spot on. So they're going to score some points. They're good, but you got to be spot on against them.
417 total yards against the top 5 defense. What kind of message do you think, especially coming off of weeks the way you played in weeks?
Yeah.
What kind of message are you sending out?
Yeah. So Herbie, listen, we stunk it up last week. We all knew that. We admitted it to you. We didn't play the way we should play, and not that the Colts aren't a good football team, but you don't do the things that we did and expect to win the football game. And we're still in the battle for it, but yeah, you can't do those things. So the guys cleaned it up today, which is important. If this becomes a ongoing issue, that you're not going to win a lot of games. And so it was important that the guys put their foot down and did what they did. My hat goes off to them for that effort.
Andy, you've seen more football than anybody. Have you ever seen Mahomes pass to CEH in the end zone where he eludes the rush?
No.
And spins around and just kind of shotguns it?
No, that one wasn't in the playbook. I can't remember what the play was. I was so excited about that one, man. I mean, but it wasn't going to him. It wasn't going to the back. Not that way, at least.
Coach, all 3 of your tight ends scored a touchdown today. Kelsey with a 16-yard touchdown, Gray with a 2 run, and Jody. All 3 of your tight ends are contributing and scoring like this. Where does that put your offense at another level?
Well, it's important that those guys have all been around here, and so they know what's expected of them. We kind of had that going for a couple weeks last year, and then Jody got hurt. So, we expect them to play at that level, and that to have your bigs be able to do that, your big receivers do that, and then for Juju and Marquez and Sky to come in and do what they did, they all had big plays. And Kels had that was also a nice catch that he had down the middle. You don't see that very often. The one behind him down, he's a heck of a football player.
Coach, coming off the field, Patrick looked like he had his eye really, last week behind him. Did you sense that?
Yeah, he was excited with the guys in there. We know we played a good football team, so, and we were able to get out of it with a win. So, but he sure played a heck of a football game, and exclude that last one. I shouldn't have even done that one. So, but he had a heck of a football game. Yeah, listen, he's a great one, man. First ballot Hall of Famer. He's done everything in this business that can be done, and more than once. So heck, he's been basically doing it my whole career as a head coach. So I think I'm like 3 years ahead of him, but that's a long time. That's an old dog right there, but that's some of a guy he is so accurate, it's ridiculous.
Last one by Andy on Patrick's 40-yard pirouetting spin lob and fly. How much does that resemble the original play design, and how much does it more seriously speak to his capacity to create?
Yeah, just the fact that he knew where he was spinning to was good enough for me, and to be able to get it off and then complete it, and for 25 to get his feet in was good too. I mean, there wasn't a lot of room there. So no, he's had a lot of phenomenal plays, and I always remind the coaches, don't take it for granted, man. Those things, and I probably say the same thing to our media here. Just that's special, and so you enjoy every one of those, man. Every one of them. That's you just don't see that very often.
All right, thank you.
All right, good. Thank you.
Boy, a victory here on Sunday Night Football against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mitch Holthus with you, voice of the Chiefs, along with senior team reporter Matt McMullen. I'm going to give you maybe the stat of the night. Tom Brady has a losing record against the Kansas City Chiefs in the regular season, 5-6. But what a victory tonight for the Chiefs. All three phases, enough to win this game. In fact, at times, all three were spectacular.
I'm so fired up after that one. This is as big as a Week 4 victory gets, I think. I don't think I've ever been more nervous in a game in which the Chiefs led wire to wire by double digits for the most part the entire game, but just a huge win for the Chiefs. What a bounce back in so many ways.
We do a lot of stats. We look at things empirically, but sometimes it's just taking it personal. Let's start with the Chiefs' offensive line. They took this game personal because they took the game to the Buccaneers, the NFL's best defense, from the first snap of the game all the way through. The O-line deserves a lot of credit.
They were just bullying the Tampa Bay defense up front. This Tampa Bay defense is the best defense in football. They allowed 27 points all season until tonight. The Chiefs had 28 points in the first half. Consistently, they're getting a push up front, and they are running the ball with a ton of effectiveness. 189 rushing yards for the Chiefs here tonight. That'll play against this Tampa Bay defense.
The key stat this season, we'll talk more about it this week, getting ready for Raiders week, but on first down tonight, the Chiefs ran the ball 18 times for 104 yards on first down. They had an incredible 17 attempts on third down, but their average distance on that was 4.4. When this team hits you on first down, look out.
And then third down as well. Let's talk about that. The Chiefs faced 17 third downs in this game. They converted 12 of them. This Tampa Bay defense was the number 6 third down defense in the NFL coming into this game, allowing conversions at just 30%. The Chiefs converted at a 70% clip in this game. Everybody was getting involved. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster. Consistently, they're converting third downs. So even when the first downs weren't working, the third downs were.
Let's throw the defense here. Tom Brady was magnificent at times. We saw him and they had this full complement of receivers, you could tell tonight. But defensively, there were enough wins. Huge play. A slot blitz by L'Jarius Sneed after the Chiefs had a fourth down drop. It could have been a touchdown on that drive. And then the recovery by Chris Jones. To get it right back was like a just smashing a return in tennis.
Well, that was the one moment in the game where the Bucs all of a sudden had all of the momentum, and you worry the Chiefs' fast start would have been wasted. The Chiefs go up 21-3, now it's 21-10, and the Bucs have the ball, and the fourth down where Clyde Edwards-Helaire dropped the ball, you're feeling bad about that, but then 2 snaps later, L'Jarius Sneed on the slot blitz gets the ball back to the Chiefs. They score again, and it's off to the races.
Oh, and by the way, this game started the same way the Colt game started, just the converse. Rashad White went to Center High School in Kansas City. He fumbles the opening kickoff. I think Jack Cochran and then Elijah Lee, just the opposite of last week's game. Special teams set the tone.
And some KC native on KC native crime, right? With Elijah Lee getting that fumble recovery. And the big thing with the Chiefs there is they cashed in on the takeaway. Didn't just settle for a field goal there. 2 snaps later, Travis Kelce had a 16-yard touchdown, and they kept their foot on the gas after that. Their next offensive drive, 12 plays, 79-yard scoring drive, and then after that, an 11-play, 86-yard scoring drive. So it was 21-3 before the Bucs' 4th possession, before they could even blink.
Let's go back to the podium. Chiefs win it 41-31.
First off, I want to say that is an unbelievable defense. I think the stats before this game proved it. There's a lot of attention to detail, and I feel like when coaches, challenge us in the beginning of the week, from what you guys saw last week, there was an attention to detail throughout practice that we got to maintain throughout the entire season, because that was just showing exactly how much we were focused throughout the week. Pat knew exactly where to go with the ball. Guys that were running routes knew exactly, when the ball was coming to them. And then on top of that, the O-line played their tail off. And sure enough, we got the guys to be able to make any play out there on the field. And when you see us fly around and play like that, play for each other like that, we know we're a hard team to beat. You could throw it all together, man. There was a sour taste in our mouth from last week and from the last time we were down here in Tampa, and I'm gonna put both of those behind me at this point. We're here now. We're gonna roll with this momentum and how well we play today.
And obviously you've played with Patrick quite a while now, and I'm sure you've seen most of the things in his bag of tricks, but even on a night like tonight, did you see something that new?
The NFL hasn't seen anything like Pat Mahomes, I promise you that. And you saw it today. He's the Houdini of our era, man. The guy just finds ways to make plays throughout the game. I mean, big-time third downs, big-time goal line plays, just willing our team into the end zone, willing our team to win, and that's our ultimate leader, man.
Hey, this last thing, I felt like he was burned up a little bit by the Barrett comment. Did you put that part of the game, how it saw it?
Honestly, I don't even know what he said. We sure as heck didn't have any conversations, so I don't know if it bothered him or not. Yeah.
Trav, you passed ground for most receiving yards in NFL history.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. What an honor, man. I was telling Tirico before the game yesterday, him and Collinsworth, they showed me a list of those guys that were in the top 5 before it, man. And I remember nobody knowing who the guy in 6th place was and feeling that. And turning that into fuel, turning that into something that, being able to live out your dreams, to be on a list like that with those guys, such an honor, and I'm just blessed, man. And 8'7", Rob Gronkowski, man, you can't say enough about who he is as a player, as a person, and even to be in the same conversations as a guy like that and the rest of the list, it's just an honor, man.
Travis, we call this the tight end game, and I guess what's the celebration?
Keep it coming, baby. Keep it coming, man. We got a great room. I've been saying it all year. And I'm just happy that I'm happy for those guys, man. Finally, feeling the juice of a Sunday night touchdown. There's nothing like it, baby. There's nothing like it. And on top of that, big-time moments in the game where we needed to find a way in there, man. A third down, I'm not even sure. One of them might have been a 4th down. But either way, finding ways to get in the end zone. And, hopefully you'll see some more of the 3 tight end sets throughout the season.
A couple more, guys.
I know Steve likes to say that when you all are having fun, that's when you're playing at your best. Tonight it looked like that's what you all were doing, especially being able to extend the plays, being able to get the touchdown, score the touchdown that you all were doing. You feel like now this team is maybe just because of how the game turned out, you all are having fun.
This is just one game, man. We got to be able to tune this tweak it to be able to, and we can still learn from this game. There were mistakes. I know I didn't play the perfect game. Nobody ever does. So we just got to keep that mentality that we had last year to dig deep, play for the guys next to you, no matter if it's 1 o'clock on Sunday, it's Sunday night game, or a Monday night game like we got next week. And it doesn't matter to the opponent, man. If we come out flying around like that, man, we know we're a hard team to beat.
Travis, what did the fast start do for you guys as a unit, considering how sluggish you could say last week was, and how important it is to know that that defense held you guys out of the end zone last time?
We know teams don't want to see us up. We got a great offense, stellar defense, special teams unit. I mean, it's we get up on teams, they start to feel that pressure of trying to climb back, and once we start fast and get that rhythm, I really feel like we're unstoppable, man. And we just got to keep that momentum going. We got to keep the attention to detail throughout the week, like I've been saying, and come out here and just fight for each other.
Last one, Alex. What are you going to do when Blake Bell comes back? You guys can use 14%?
You said it, brother. You said it. I'll make sure I talk to Coach Reed about that one. Shout out to tight end you, baby.
Yeah, I mean, they accepted the challenge. They made our team roll today. That's a great defense, great defensive line. And I think they heard the talking, and they heard the talking not only from them, but from everybody about how they didn't play well the last week. They accepted that challenge, and they went out there, and when they dominate like that, it makes my job a lot easier.
As you talked about not playing well last week, it seems like you had a sense of relief coming off the field this week. What was your thoughts after this?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't play our best football last week. And in this league, if you don't play good, you're going to lose. And that was a great football. That's a great football team. I mean, that's a great defense, a great team led by the best quarterback of all time. And so to come to their house and find a way to score some points and find a way to win, I mean, it gets you hopefully get you kickstarted into the rest of this year.
We just kind of bounced back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just don't know. When you have a lot of new players, you don't know how everybody's going to respond. And I mean, in the past, we've kind of bounced back and won games like this. But when you have a new group of people, you want to see how everybody battles with adversity. And I think guys responded, and the guys that have been here led, and then the other guys came in big moments and made big plays. Yeah, I mean, first off, I missed the wide open touchdown like the play before. Or I got like in between, like I want to lob it to him or just dotted on him. And so I was upset with myself there. And then we rolled out, and they did a good job of kind of coming upfield, not going on that dive play that we kind of always run with Burton. But I was able to use my speed to get a little bit of speed to get around the edge there. And then I was going to run for it, and they kind of flew around, and I realized I wasn't going to make it, and I saw Clyde, and so I just kind of flicked it up to him. Yep. When I spun, I think when the spin made me kind of decide to throw it again, because I knew once I spun, I was going to be able to build the speed to get in there. Before that, I was thinking about getting to the pylon, but once I spun, I realized that Clyde was open. Yeah, I think the coaches accepted the challenge. I mean, we've struggled this year a little bit with short yardage and goal line, whereas in the past we've been really good at it. They came up with some great plays, and then at the end of the day, the offensive line and the running backs and all the other, and Noah, I mean, got up in there whenever they needed to get big and play big boy football, and that's something that we're going to have to do if we want to continue to score points. Yeah, so obviously that's that play we always run with Blake, and Blake wasn't available, obviously, and so Noah, he said he did it in college, and so we went back and saw him do it in college, and it wasn't designed to be on the goal line, but we were so close that we said give him a chance, and he got up in the end zone.
There was a time that it looked like were you trying to rush for a touchdown when you were running towards the goal line, or did you know that you were going to slide when you saw the defenders coming your way?
Yeah, I checked the little speed option play, and then once I got up the field, I said there was like a small chance that I could have tried to make that guy miss, but he was coming down pretty fast, and it was like first down, so I just went and slid.
And obviously, you've been really trying to get the ball to Marquez in the end zone. I know you still haven't gotten it yet, but how important was it for both Marquez and Juju to play a role in tonight's victory?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very important, especially in these big games. I mean, Travis had a big game, obviously, but in order to get Travis open, I mean, you saw in the second half they were kind of doubling him a lot. These other guys are going to have to step up and make plays. I think you saw Marquez, you saw Juju, you saw Sky make plays, and then other weeks you've seen McCullough. So, I mean, it's going to be everybody. I've said it week in and week out. But whenever guys step up in big games like today, it's definitely special.
I haven't checked the numbers yet, but it looks like you guys used more multiple tight ends today than you have this year. What makes that particular personnel group so effective?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it kind of puts defenses in predicament where they want to put their base personnel on the field. They want to put bigger people because we can run the football like we did today. And when they don't, we have to be able to run it. And then when they do that, we have tight ends that can split out and run routes. And I think you saw that today. Jody down there on the goal line against a Pro Bowl corner, running a slant route, catching it, getting in the end zone. You see Noah out there making plays. It shows that we have the tight ends, and when we get Blake back, we'll have the other guy that can block and still make some catches as well.
You guys some other plays kind of close to where you were almost over the line of scrimmage. Talk about your awareness to when you get to the line that you know, hey, I'm not over.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes with practice and playing and kind of doing that. You kind of run and you have a general census of where the line of scrimmage is. I do for sure. I'm not the fastest guy running, so whenever I get close to it, if I'm going to commit, I make sure to commit and run. And I think I did that today. I knew I was going to have to with how they play. I was going to use my feet, and I might have to do that as the season goes on, and I'll have to be able to do that whenever the opportunity comes up.
Last time against Tom Brady, what was your words of conversation with him after the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's short. I mean, I see him in the offseason a lot now. I just say good luck on the rest of the year. I feel like I said this earlier in the week, I think, in some interview where I was like, I feel like I've had the last game against Tom Brady like 4 times now. So it's until he is not on that field when I step on the field, I'm not going to believe this is my last game against him.
Last 3, we'll go 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead, Bob.
Patrick, it seemed like you tried to downplay the Super Bowl coming back here, but I wonder if that was a little bit in your mind, just the feeling of coming back here and maybe further than that, or maybe last week motivated you more, but it seemed like you had a little burn.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a mixture of both. I mean, if you play like you played last week, you have to be motivated to get back on track. But obviously playing at the stadium, I think when I got to the stadium, I realized, like, man, I want to win here. How the bad taste that I had last time definitely came into effect a little bit more. But it's still not a playoff game. I think that at the end of the day, it's not a playoff game. It's a regular season game, which is important. But that Super Bowl it's still always going to be a bad taste for me.
Travis Kelce talked about the spin-loose touchdown. Called you the Houdini of our era.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
I mean, Travis always has the great nicknames, man. No, I just try to win, man. At the end of the day, that's what I try to do. It's not like I'm planning these things where I throwing sidearm or whatever it is, spinning, running around. I always say I'm a competitor. I'm going to find whatever way I can do to make our team have success. And today was a spin and a little, I don't even know, basketball shot that ended up a touchdown.
Last one.
You guys converted 11 of your first 13 third downs. How much of that was the game plan and scheme?
I didn't know that, but that's, I mean, obviously that's very good. It's definitely game plan. We had a good sense. I mean, most teams are kind of playing us very similar, where they're playing shell type coverages early in downs, and then a lot of man, double, man, robber with a sprinkle of zone. So I thought the coaches took it, like I said, they accepted the challenge. They came up with a lot of great plays for us, and then the guys went out and executed. And then we have another big game coming up this next Monday, so we have to kind of come with that same intensity this next week.
All right, thank you.
Sometimes the offensive line gets center stage. This game is one of that. 41-31 win over the Buccaneers. Joe Tooney with me now, left guard deluxe. How much of this offensive line just said, it's on us, we're going to get this done?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, credit to the whole team. I mean, what an absolute team victory. Great opponent, tough environment to play. And, it took the whole team, and, just really proud to be part of this team. And, we fought for 60 minutes, and, I'm pretty excited, yeah.
You're so humble, and you're such a team guy, but the fact you've been in this league 7 years, how much sometimes you just take it personal, but as an offensive line group to go, our night?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when Coach dials up some runs, we want to, create huge gaps for the running backs. We got a lot of great runners in the backfield, and, just give them a little bit of daylight, and they hit that so hard. And, I mean, we got wide receivers blocking on the edge, tight ends blocking. So, I mean, it really takes all 11 on offense. But, as an offensive line, when we get a run called, you want to make that thing go and, just keep working at it. And, but, yeah, it was a total team effort, just pumped.
team effort, but you were brilliant tonight. Brilliant. Let's talk about first down. First down in this game, you guys ran the ball 18 times and averaged 5.7 on runs on first down. How big are first downs to this team this year?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can get chunks like that, first, second down, makes third down weight more manageable and just, keeps you on track and it keeps you on schedule. So, like I said, Patrick's making great decisions and just, it was a fun game to be a part of and, just really happy.
Let's talk about third down, but your average is 4.4 to your point, but you convert 12 of 17 of those. What about getting it done on third down?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, communication's key, especially, loud environment, hostile environment. So everyone on the O-line, running back, quarterback, everyone's got to be on the same page, assignment-wise. And, so just communicating through the crowd noise. And, I thought we did a pretty good job of that tonight. And always things to get better on and improve on. But, happy.
One more thing to ask you about, the fact that you had to answer tonight because they would come back. They're making you go to, hey, we got to have a drive here. How about the ability as an offense to answer in critical situations?
Absolutely. Yeah, they have a very potent offense, and we knew it was going to be 60 minutes. You can't let off the gas at all, and just had to keep, drive to drive, just trying to keep, drive the ball down the field. And, it was a 60-minute game, and I'm just happy with it.
Enjoy the flight home, but you've been around here long enough to know that it's Raiders week right now. What about getting ready for the Raiders?
Absolutely. Huge game coming up, Monday night game, only show in town. So, looking forward to it. Got to, watch this film, learn from it, and, start prepping for next week.
Find the All-22. Try to watch this guy on video. He was brilliant tonight, Joe Tooney.
Yes, we've been showing it, but, I executed it well. They didn't pick me up.
How were you able to do that, where you may show something or variation of something, but...
Yes, it's the guys on the back end, disguising well. I try to wait. I know Tom Brady going to pick it up real fast, so I try to wait and disguise and blitz late.
How good does it feel when you get Tom Brady?
It felt good. It felt great. Yeah.
It looks like you were messing your helmet, your gloves. Is that something real, or is that just...
It's just what I do to not let him know, like, I'm not coming or nothing, yeah.
Yeah. That's 2 straight weeks you've now had a strip sack. Are you at a point now where Spags will tell you, hey, you can freelance. If you feel like you can get in the back, go for it?
No, I don't think I ain't got to that level yet. Not yet.
Darius, you lead the team in sacks now. Are you talking anything to Chris Jones and Frank?
No, I'm not talking anything. I get knowledge from them on how to blitz and whatever. That's about it. What to do with old linemen when they come and reach me, get low on them and stuff like that.
Darius, how much do you work on the acting part, like you did?
During practice, all through the week. Whoever we playing, I try to watch the quarterback and see what type of guy he is and what I can do.
And what does that mean? But you really were working at it, it looked like.
I know Brady was going to get the ball out fast, so I try to show that I'm not coming, so then that's when I hit it.
The way you're playing, is this what you envision for yourself in the season again, playing well in coverage and making an impact in the back?
Oh, man, it's much more to go, man. It's just the beginning of what's going on, so I'm going to keep going. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm getting better. Yes, sir, I'm getting better day by day, week by week.
How good does it feel when a team just stops running? When you've got a big lead and you know that you made them one-dimensional?
Oh, it feels great, They can't run the ball, so they got to throw the ball, and it's good for the back end. We can make plays back there.
Some of the guys that came in here before you had mentioned that Super Bowl loss to the Bucs here kind of sort of like lingered. How much did it linger for you?
Oh, it lingered for a lot. I could say as a team, everybody, we had that chip on our shoulder coming in here that, when we played them last time, we didn't come out well. But everybody came in with the chip on their shoulder, and I think we came out well.
How does it feel for you now that you kind of like...
Oh, it feels wonderful. It feels great. It feels great for us.
Couple more.
How good is this playing like going to be compared to last time?
Oh, it's going to be lovely. A lot of partying, a lot of talking. It's not going to be quiet on there, so, yeah, I think it's better.
Darius, do you still see new things in Patrick when he's doing the stuff he does out there? I mean, I know you're concentrating on other stuff when you're on the field, but, do you see some of this stuff tonight, including the play to Clyde?
Yeah, I seen Patrick, the spin move he made and throw it out. Like, that's unbelievable stuff, I'm glad I'm on this team, though. Yeah, very much.
Anyone else? Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank y'all.
Again, just a terrific job by the offensive line tonight of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about some milestones. Patrick Mahomes passes 20,000 yards in passing, the fastest quarterback in NFL history to do so in just his 67th game.
I say this every time we talk about Patrick Mahomes. We are so used to this in Kansas City, him making the remarkable seem possible every single time he takes the field. Well, it's not normal. We cannot normalize this. He is one of the greatest quarterbacks in terms of his start to his career in NFL history already, and we have to make sure we cherish this because it is not normal.
And quickly, just 30 seconds left. Kelsey also passes Rob Gronkowski tonight. That was ironic.
It sure was, doing it here. 9 grabs for 92 yards for him, and 4 of those catches were on third down, and the biggest one, a 22-yard catch. Still don't know how he caught that. Has set up Matthew Wright's final field goal. Huge game for Travis Kelsey. You want your biggest players to step up in the biggest of moments. We saw that tonight.
Short week. Get a little bit of sleep. Enjoy it. Tomorrow, it's Raiders week. Get ready for Monday Night Football at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. He's Matt McMullen. I'm Mitch Holthus. Enjoy the victory for a little while. Now get ready for the Raiders.
Chiefs Rewind is brought to you by Ford, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs, and by Community America Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
11-point hole was Mahomes.